It's break day here. It's Sunday. I usually go to work early on Sundays, but it's Memorial Day weekend, so I don't actually necessarily have to go to work today. I'll probably go down there and fish through my emails because I get a lot of emails at work. 99% of them I don't need, junk mail. But I have to find the ones I do need, and I've been kind of slacking off this weekend on getting stuff on our website. So I probably should go in there today and do a little bit of work, but today we're gonna do brakes here on my Charger. So the 2013, 117,000 miles on it, and I've never changed the brakes or anything on it. And they're starting to grind in the front a little bit. I'm hoping it's just the brakes. And here, look at this caliper. Caliper is smooth, so I don't think it needs turned or anything, or a new one, which is good. I can't tell what the brakes are like, but I think I'm gonna pull it out of the garage. There's not a lot of room in here, too much junk laying around, and do this in the driveway. Got a little cement driveway here, besides the gravel one where my flip car is set. But starting the day off right, I left the keys in the house. So I need to go in and get the keys. I'll pull her out, and then we'll figure out the brakes. It's supposed to be 2 bolts to take the brakes off, slap the new brakes on, 2 bolts back in, and it should be good. But they're probably like super tight or something, and something's gonna go wrong. But I did see something that I never thought of before for some reason when I was watching the video on how to do these brakes, using the old brake pads with the C-clamp to push the piston back in. I don't know why I never thought of that. I always use like a little piece of 2x4 or something. Maybe I just toss the old pads away before. But anyway, get this garage door open, go grab the keys, get the car out, maybe even get it washed today. Whenever I wash it, it's a black car. It's dusty like 5 minutes later. As I mentioned before, you never want to get all your tools in one spot. When you're starting a project, you want to have to walk back into the garage a couple thousand times, get your cardio for the day. So I forgot to get this jack stand. I'm gonna put the jack stand under here because I got this 5-year-old Walmart jack that goes down faster than the Titanic. I really need to grab me a new one. But it's in there now. It's a funding issue more than anything, grabbing a jack. To get some more coupons from Harbor Freight here one of these days. And jack anyway, getting this tire off. And let's see what damage we can cause under here. Nice 67 or so Charger up there. It's not showing. It's got a big blower coming out of it and all that. High up the street here and several kind of stuff. But I kind of forgot, when you're doing this, you need to get something on this thing back here, this nut back here, or it's just gonna keep turning as you're trying to turn it. Forgot about that. Let's see what I can find here. The Walmart 9-piece combination set here. I'm gonna figure out something that'll fit on there. Keep that from turning. So this is all set here. It has a 17 there, and then there's a 19 there, And I'm gonna give you just one guess what that size bolt that is right there. Yep, that is an 18. I had to go find another set. Stick that on there. I mean, that's just how it goes. Those brake pads don't look bad. I hope there's nothing besides. Oh shit! That bug just put it in my eye. That would be fun. Should I put that in the blooper reel or just leave it in the video? Anyway, I hope that scraping noise is the brakes and not something else going on in here. Guess we'll see. Like a little persuasion with a rubber mallet, but got the caliper off of there. There's brake pads. I don't know, there's all kinds of pad on those. But really I hear the grinding from the other side. So we'll take a look at that. These bugs, I don't know, man. One of my eyes still messing with me. Anyway, we'll get a C-clamp, grab the brakes, slap it in here, and try to get the other side done if I can get the tire off. Turn this right now. Well, here's my brake. Here's my new brake. Seems to be a bit of an issue there. Apparently got the wrong frickin' brakes because they aren't fitting in here. So I suppose I'll go up to the parts store here. Hopefully they have some in stock. Probably throwing these old ones back in here. I'm going to do this another day. What? Oh. Ridiculous. And I cut myself. But I do that every time I work on something. Guess it's up to the parts store I go. Hey, well, looks more like it, doesn't it? But they only had semi-metallic here. And I kind of wanted the ceramic. The ceramic's what I got off the internet. But I think my issue was, so I can talk to you. That down so I can talk to you. I think I need to keep my fingers out of the camera today. Anyway, I think the issue was I must have ordered the single piston caliper on the front, and because I had no idea. Never been in there before, and mine happens to be a dual caliper piston, which when I opened that up I saw the two pistons in there, and it might have made a difference all-wheel drive or what. I didn't pay enough attention, I guess, on the internet when I ordered those. So I'm sure it's my fault. They're about 20 bucks. I opened them, so I don't know if they'll take them as a return, but I'm gonna try to return them. Get, 20 bucks back or whatever. I'm sure I'll have to pay shipping to pay it back. Ship it back, that is. But while I'm out, I'll go grab me a fountain drink. Down here at Mod. Used to be called Bex. Everyone still calls it Bex. It sold a couple years ago. And now it's called Mod. Nice people that run it. It's got the best fountain drink in town. Here in Iowa, everyone knows Casey's and Casey's Pizza. The pizza is great, but Casey's Fountain Pop leaves a lot to be desired, and it's about the most expensive place in town. So, but Mod, $1.06. They recently raised the price from 95 cents, and I don't think I have any change with me, so that's a drag. But oh well. Grab a drink, get back there. Hopefully no one ran off with my tools that I left laying in the driveway everywhere. That could be disastrous. And let's see, we're an hour into this project now, and I was thinking it would take about a half an hour, but you know how that goes. Anyway, grab a drink, get back there, and we'll see if these brakes will work. And then I'm starting to wonder if it's wheel bearing on that passenger side as a grinding. So if the brakes don't fix it, might be packing some bearings, but I am not going to be doing that today. Yep, pop the piston in. I think you're supposed to maybe take the cap off of the master cylinder when you're doing that. Sometimes I forget words. But I pushed the pistons in anyway, and I don't know, nothing exploded, so maybe if I can get the other side off, I'll remember to do that on the other side. But they're pushed in, brake pads are on. I'll get the bolts in and we'll try to get that other tire off. I remember why this tire was able to come off, because I've had it off recently because it had a screw in it. And I took it off and I got to get it repaired. That tire on the other side has never been off in the 7 years this has been on the road, so maybe that's why. Maybe I'll try to jack it up a little bit, get some pressure off. I don't know. Otherwise, I guess I'll get a big cheater bar, maybe. But I mean, if an impact isn't taking it off, I don't know what good I'm gonna do.
Oh, there's how well my jack stays up, by the way.
I did absolutely nothing different. Came over here, turned on the air compressor, and the lug nut spun right out this time. I don't know. Maybe jacking around on the other side, loosened up the grip or something. I don't know. I was going to tell you one of the odd things on this is, everything's metric, has been for years, but 1/2 inch fits perfectly on these bolts. And the metric equivalent, whatever that is, I forget, it was just a little too loose. It was a 13 millimeter I was using back there. Like, man, that feels too loose. Let me go to the old SAE and see what we got. And 1/2 inch fit on there perfectly, so I thought that was kind of strange. Well, this thing is all crusty and dirty, so I don't know. Hoping it's not wheel bearing in there. Not that that's that big of a deal, but I'd rather it just be brake pads and stop scraping around. Yeah, we'll get those off. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to get a little stand for the camera, because that was something else, getting that caliper off, and you missed it all. So I guess if anybody starts watching these videos, I'll do stuff like that. But until then, it's going to be handheld, and kind of, those brake pads look fine. I don't know. We'll change them and see what happens. Like I said, this is pretty crusty in here. Hoping like it's fine. Jeez, that's dirty and crusty. Well, about 2 hours start to finish here. Didn't think it would take that long, but run into some problems. The wheel won't come off, and then suddenly it does. I'll hop in here. Good, my charger thing's in here, because the old iPhone I'm filming all this stuff on, it's coming up on 4 years of age. Yeah, I had to think a second. And the battery lasts about, 45 seconds before each charge. I don't know. Brakes feel funny. Roll down the windows. Go for a drive. I don't know, feels good. I mean, there's brakes. It does seem like it still sounds like a little bit of rubbing, but I don't know. There's kind of